and a Brit don't go together. Even what they consider innocuous is, shreklach, right? So the Rebbe said, human beings, and you should know. I mean, let's be frank here a little bit. We're all men. We're all we were created with this temptation. For a reason, the Zohar Kodesh calls it the most difficult temptation to deal with. This is the Ikar challenge of life, right? It happens, It happens. It happens. Go to the mikveh, say Tikkun HaKlali. The Rebbe says, don't worry about it. Mamash, that's the Lashon Rebbe. Don't worry about it. Don't beat yourself up. You're not a Rasha, and you're not going to hell, and you're not doomed. You're okay. And the Rebbe said, specifically to say, for that inyan, and when necessary. The Maisa, it's become a common practice in Breslov, although not 100%, 99.9% maybe, right? That people say Tikkun HaKlali every day, right? The svara being, as somebody once told me, madach, it's good after things went wrong, kol shechein to prevent things from going wrong, right? And it's true, if a person has this consciousness of Tikkun HaKlali, so he's a little more, as they say in Yiddish, avgehet, he's a little more protected. There's got to be, careful without being neurotic. Because the Rebbe says if you're neurotic, so that besides the fact that a neurotic Jew is not really going to be a very strong Jew, but the very fact that the person's neurotic and worried about this thing will bring him to more troubles. Right? The Gabe saying Tikkun HaKlali at Rabbi Nachman Tzion and Uman, so there's the Inyan of Rosh Hashanah, and there's the Inyan of the Haftacha, the guarantee that the Rebbe gave, that if a person comes and says, give tzedakah l'ilus nishmasa, it says Tikkun HaKlali by his kever, so the Rebbe will do everything that he can for the person to pull him out by his beis, right? From Gehenna, right? So by his beis doesn't necessarily mean only this, right? But by his beis means by any shred of Yiddishkeit that a person has. The Rebbe will find that, Rebbe holds that, and schlep him out of Gehenna. And the Rebbe doesn't want to mean Gehenna, that hot place, hates, wherever it is, but the Rebbe means Gehenna right here in this world. That's sort of Gehenna first meaning going. The Union of Rosh Hashanah is especially, the Rebbe said, the Rosh Hashanah was a special gift that he received from Kadosh Baruch Hu, and not out of any special or anything, and that's where the Rebbe has, as we're, extra strength to do more for a person. But there's two different things. The Haftacha, the promise of saying Tikkun HaKlali by the Rebbe's Tzion, and then the fact of Rosh Hashanah is the ideal time because the Rebbe has more going for him. In matter of practice, although I know many of my teachers insist, if that person's coming, you should come already for Rosh Hashanah, it's not necessarily the best thing for everybody to be the Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah is a huge gathering. A lot of people do better, when things are quieter. So again, this idea of knowing who you are. So if and when, you'll be ready to go to Uman, you'll have to figure out, can I deal with a crowd of 15,000, 20,000 people, of all different types of people who I'm not used to dealing with all year long, and I may not exactly agree with their sort of their herets and this and that, might freak me out, as we once upon a time used to say, right? Or am I better off going at a quieter time when, when I'll be able to have, quiet time?
Just
first time question first.
Just, regarding tshuva, I heard from I don't want to say who because that was my look at it, but the Swedish Rebbe, who said that it's important to learn Rebbe Nachman and Kedusha's lady and everything, but you also have to learn everything else because it's a lot of chizuk and you're good and don't worry, but there still has to be an element of tshuva. I mean, you still need
right,
absolutely, and everything. So
okay.
Don't feel bad or anything.
No. Reb Nosson says in Likutei Tfilis, right? And Hashem, please help me to be zoicha to feel the pain of my averos. Right? Not to be so stone-hearted and to slough things off. To feel ovei, right? Yeah. So first of all, in the Chaim Aran, the Rebbe says you should learn all the svarim, learn all the Chassidish svarim. He specifically mentions Noam Elimelech, right? But and a couple others. But the Rebbe himself says to learn all the Hasidic Sfarim, right? But the truth is, look, Likutei Moharan is not all warm and fuzzy. Not at all. There's some really tough stuff in it. But again, most people don't have the time to learn in Be'in to really get to that sort of nitty-gritty stuff that really challenges the person. But it's there, right? And probably in Kedushas Levi also, but I can't, like that also. Yes. Last question. Yes, sir.
So should women say Tikkun HaKlali?
In point of the fact, a lot of women do, and it certainly doesn't hurt. But again, the Rebbe himself didn't say that women should also say it. He never addressed that directly. But I know many women who, from real, died in the World Wrestling families, and they have said Tikkun HaKlali. They do say Tikkun HaKlali, and I've said about the Tzion, So, okay. Again, another last question.
I heard that Rabbeinu said that he made all this Hasidim, like walking the street and people would bow down to them, but he said that the Shari and Shemaim that he can only get to Derech Bizyono, so he chose that way for his Hasidim.
I don't know.
You never heard such a thing?
I never heard of such a thing. If you hear such things, you have to ask where the Makor is. Where is it?
Laser Berlin.
Say it. You can ask where Blazer where you heard it from. Where is it? No, I mean,
Okay.
if he's saying the name of Rebbe, where is it? It's not like it's around, it's not in the Sikh, it's not coming around.
It's not the first
Where's where it's from?
Right.
No, I don't.
He says that's why, like a lot of festivals always their avodas to be Bizayin.
Right, that's that part that the Rebbe, that it's more through the bizyonis than through the covet, that's for sure.
Right.
With the back now part, that's I don't know where that's from.
It's the most important avoda from Bresla that one should take from.
Tefillah, despite this, because it's I should work out it well, right? But I'll tell you. Well, actually, I have. Let me read you a little bit of the Quran, a very short piece, and good way to finish off for now. It's Torah Kuf Yud Aleph in the second chelik. Echad shoal oisoi beinyan his anhogis his karvis Hashem Yisborach. Somebody wants to ask Rabbi Nachman about how to conduct himself, what he should do in order to come closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But Tzivaloi, and the Rebbeinu Zal answered him, Lil Moed, you should learn something fully, whatever it was. V'shoal oisoi, and that Yid asked Rabbi Nachman, Haloi eini yochel Lil Moed, I'm not able to learn, I'm not such a learner. Hey Shavloi, so the Rebbe responded to him, Al Yedei Tefillah Yecholim Levoy Lakoil. With davening you come to everything. L'chol Tuv, to everything good. L'Torah, V'Avodah, L'chol HaKedushais, L'chol HaAvodos, L'chol HaToivos, L'chol HaElamois. Right? I need to learn, I need your help to teach me how to learn to make the breakthrough, so that intellectually I can learn the breakthrough, so I can be kovei itam the Torah and show up. I'm not going to be a student forever. I'm going to have to leave the hallowed halls of the beis midrash. I need to know how to be kovei Torah, afterwards. I need to daven. I need to daven with kavana. I need emunah. I need kedusha. I need to be able to resist my temptations, etc., etc. L'chol Torah v'avodah, l'chol kedushas v'avodas. Right. At one time the Rebbe said on a different occasion, if they would let a dead person come back for a visit, right, to them, you get a temporary tchias amesim, right, to daven, right, the person would certainly daven with every bit of strength that he has. The Ikar Avodah is tefillah, because tefillah, you know, tefillah leads you to everything else. We should make the time, and have the time, and overcome all the challenges to speak to Hashem every day. Rebbe Tzvi Cut.
Let's see. Yeah. It's a close end.
It's good though. Now you're the color of your eyes match your tie and your.
You want to play?
I have
Good.
Please don't speak.